Okay, I recently did a podcast with Adam Vogel, and on that podcast, we talked about tempering and working on shin splints. So, to explain what I was talking about, we will go over a video and I'll explain how we kind of work through it. So, we have an athlete, got some shin splints, baseball player, football's getting ready to start. So, feeling a little tightness, feeling a little stiffness in there. So, to get ahead of it, this is how we'll start doing it. I use a lacrosse ball, and I'm going to kind of roll around on the outside of that calf, try to kind of find where it's sore and break that up. The faster, the better, and kind of roll around. And if this will work, and sometimes it will, sometimes it won't, you'll feel that muscle release, and then you kind of gain the ground you wanted, and then you can go on. But we'll just work the whole side of that calf. Once we do that, we can do some spot treatment. I'll put the lacrosse ball where it's tight, where there's soreness, and I'm gonna cinch that down with Voodoo floss. This will help hold the ball in place and will allow the athlete to kind of start working through different ranges of motion. So you want to get it cinched down pretty good, that way it won't move. That Voodoo floss will get pretty tight, so I'll wrap it from both directions, that way I hold it in place where I want it. Once I kind of get it where it won't move and it's sturdy, I'll have the athlete start rolling their ankle and try to get in a full range of motion. Really stretch that and let that lacrosse ball just keep the pressure where the tightness is. They can dorsiflex and back, and then they can go into full ankle circles. From there, we can use a heavier band around the toe, and then they can start pushing into that band and then letting the band pull the foot back up. And then as they can do that in full circles as well. But this way, they get to push that stretch against that ball and then let the band bring it back up. If that doesn't kind of relieve it, we'll roll it out just a little bit more. And then I'll physically move the athlete's foot down and up into dorsiflexion and try to get that, find where that muscle's tight and work it through the best I can. So we'll work through that, and then from there we'll usually go to a tempering roller. The roller I'm using here is a 40-pound roller, and I'm not going to get in a big hurry. I'm going to set it on there, and you'll feel the tightness. It's not about how fast you can roll that up there. It's about rolling the knots out. So right there, when I lay that roller on there, you can see that calf, outside that calf kind of bulge, so I know that's going to be tight up there. I'll let the weight of the roller do it. I'm not trying to make them any more uncomfortable than what they already are. We did put a foam roller up underneath his knee. That way there's not undue pressure as we start rolling that tempering device up his calf. Right there is pretty tight, and you can see his hamstring flinching, and as those muscles start letting go, you'll see the kind of the flinching or the twitching stop. But when they're real tight like that, it's just something to be expected. You'll see it come all the way down through the calf, some involuntary movement through there. Working up there, we're starting to get to that knot that I pointed out earlier, so I'm not going to be in a big hurry to try to get all that out in one shot. Just going to let the temperer get the muscle to relax. Right there, you're talking to the athlete, you're finding out how much pain they're in, how much can they handle, if everything's going good. And then you work through what pain they can handle. We're just going to keep letting the temper creep up. I'm not trying to rush it up the calf. I'm just trying to let it work itself up and push everything down flat. Now, when you get to the top like that, all of that tension's balled up right there underneath that knee. So you got to be careful that you're not doing too much. We don't want to affect the knee. We just want to get the shin to let go so the shin splints alleviate. And a lot of times up there, you'll get a pretty pronounced release. You'll get a little pop or a little letdown. And then from there, you know you've kind of nailed it. So we're getting up there close to the knee. We're probably not going to go a lot higher than that. We're gonna stay right there and get ready to right there kind of let go. We'll finish that up and just kind of get whatever else we can out of there. There. Everything's kind of let down, so we'll just kind of back it up and roll it off, and we'll get off of him. There, we'll kind of watch how he walks, see what he has as far as mobility. And then from there, if I wasn't there to roll that with a temperer, this is how the athlete would do it themselves. They could foam roll that out, and then as they get going, as they get more comfortable, they can start working that foot in a full range of motion. I was kind of talking to him there about pull the toe up and roll it, and then pull the toe down. So that concludes how we temper and work with shin splints. When we put the lacrosse ball to spot temper, that can be used in multiple scenarios. Hamstrings, up in the shoulder, things like that. Wherever you can get that band to hold that in place and then just stretch in it. When they stretch in it, you're not looking to get it all at once. It's just small stretches till they feel the lacrosse ball working and then come off of it. So hopefully you don't have shin splints, but if you do, these are a few different ways to attack it to get them fixed. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe, hit like, comment. All of that helps to drive engagement for what we're trying to do on the channel.